what just happened wasn't big. Basically, it was extremely big. Some would even say mega big. We've basically got all the confirmation we need in the most dovish way presented by Jerome Powell at the Jackson's Hole Summit. And this is honestly potentially one of the biggest things that we've ever seen. And I want to jump into why it's so big, and in fact, why things almost couldn't get any bigger. So we've seen the odds of a rate cut jump up to, many are actually saying basically 100% during Jerome Powell's speech at Jackson's Hole. And this is very bullish for risk on assets, specifically for crypto, for Bitcoin, for the stock market, for the S&P. We've also seen in just, during that speech and after, Bitcoin up a couple percent. I believe that the S&P actually hit a fresh all-time high, or at least is right there. It's up at this very second about almost 2%. Things are very bullish, and in fact, very likely now, we're going to get at least 2 rate cuts before 2026. So this was a much anticipated speech, and basically, if I would have to sum it up, it went about as good as it could have gone for the bulls. I feel like what else could the bulls have expected in terms of bullishness? This is pretty big. And there's a lot of things we can talk about regarding it. We've seen Bitcoin surge on Powell signaling, or Jerome Powell signaling at Jackson's Hole that the Fed will cut interest rates. That's very big. And we're also seeing, one of his quotes here specifically is the shifting balance of risks may warrant adjusting our policy stance. As well, Powell did say that the Fed is moving away from its strict 2% inflation framework. What does this mean? Well, maybe they are just going to let inflation go crazy. And if that's the case, you don't be buying as much Bitcoin as humanly possible. All you had to do was be bullish. Really, if you sum it up, what did you have to do here is just be bullish. Keep in mind, Bitcoin is still following the M2 money supply, and Bitcoin, if Bitcoin is not above like 170 before the end of 2025, I would be shocked. We've been waiting for the shift in policy to, instead of holding tight with the rates, them begin cutting. And that's exactly what we've been signaled now at Jerome Powell's final Jackson's Hole speech. This is big. Now, that doesn't mean we're not going to get crashes and dumps, but we're seeing the US M2 explode, Japan, China, Euro. What's going to happen to Bitcoin? If I would have to take a guess, it's probably going to go up, right? That would be my guess on where we're going. As well, we've seen this. Bitcoin keeps setting double bottoms before it heads higher. We've actually just set another one. This is a very big signal, and this is more technicals here, but the fundamentals have just showed us actually we're about to pump big time. So that's bullish. Also, every Bitcoin top was marked by a red bar at the top on this indicator, and we're not even, we potentially have a lot more deep green to go, let alone we shouldn't be looking for red here. I personally don't think we're close to the top. I personally think that if you're selling Bitcoin right as the Fed is truly letting go of that idea of getting down to 2%, and they're about to let inflation go crazy and risk on assets and the stock market and Bitcoin are about to start pumping, and if this is where you sell, I got news for you. There's a high chance you might be a big duty head if you sell here. This is kind of like what we've been waiting for. Alts have done nothing the past couple of years, like very, very underperform, very big underperformance from altcoins. Bitcoin has done pretty good, but I think Bitcoin's going to do way better. And this is kind of like not where you want to be bearish. But if you look at this, it's over for Bitcoin, right? Maybe we are going to zero. But again, it's one of the switcheroos. This is actually an inverted chart, and this is actually higher. This is lower. That's pretty big. I'm pretty bullish. While everyone, remember, just 24 hours ago, people were like scared, crying, because Bitcoin was down like 2%. Everyone is in extreme fear of Bitcoin's recent dump, but also take note, it's like the tiniest, teensy-weensiest correction. It just shows you how emotional people get and how they let their emotions sway them out of positions that are otherwise probably very good long positions to be in. Shakeouts are also designed to hurt, as we see. We've seen many shakeouts in just the last 2 years, And I don't think this one's any different. In fact, I think we're on the cusp of the most explosive part of this bull run, the most lucrative, the most money-making part of this entire bull run. I don't think this is where you want to get bearish. A new model also by TFTC highlighting on X predicting that Bitcoin could hit 10 million before basically, or right around 2030. And within the next 10 years, about $20 million per Bitcoin. Now, obviously this is bullish, but these are also realistic scenarios that could happen. And think about that. If Bitcoin in the next 10 years could hit $20 million per coin, let's say that, because inflation has ruined the US dollar, has ruined fiat currencies, and people are looking for a safe space to store their wealth, a safe store of value. Let's say that the most bullish scenario for Bitcoin happens, and we're hitting millions of dollars per coin in the next few years, tens of million within the next decade. And Bitcoin right now is at about $115,000, $120,000 per coin. And we're talking maybe about a 10, 20x from here within the next decade on a very large asset already. It's about, it's a little over $2 trillion in market cap. Is now the time, just looking back, you will feel so silly with every time Bitcoin drops 2%, you panic or you sell or you just think, oh, I can't handle this anymore. It's such a roller coaster. I got to get out of it. Well, truly, one, you don't deserve to get all these gains if that's how you navigate the market. You need to be better. You need to learn, and you need to not get scared every time we have a mini dump, right? It happens time and time and time again. I remember watching people say it when it was, a couple thousand. Now it's literally 6 figures. Soon it will be 7 figures, and people will still be debating, oh, should I buy it? Should I not? How about this? This is actually a good tip. Close your eyes, buy as much Bitcoin as you can, don't touch it for 10 years, and you're going to have a lot of money. That's the best advice actually maybe anyone's ever given in regard to Bitcoin. Also, very likely Bitcoin is in store for a huge bull run. We've actually just seen another bullish cross. Don't overcomplicate it. That people love to overcomplicate things. Don't, right? So about $124,000 was the top, right? No, of course not. 0 out of the 30 bull market indicators have flashed. I don't think we're anywhere close to the top of this bull run. In fact, I think it's just getting started. And this is another comparison of right now, this is where we are in orange compared to previous bull cycles. I personally think we have a lot more up to go. I personally think that the gains have not even begun yet. ETH as well. Look at this. We're about to dump. Wrong again. This is inverted. This is actually up down here, and this is down. Inverted chart. ETH is about to explode. Actually, at this very second, ETH is at, as I'm recording right now, ETH is up 10% on the day. And this is ETH's, this is a 20-day chart, so about a 3-week chart almost. These are the highs set back in 2021, the all-time highs. This is where we are right now. From a baby investor to a seasoned pro investor, it doesn't matter who you talk to. Anybody that understands any market is not going to tell you, okay, this is where it tops out, as we're approaching all-time highs for the first time. Things are about to get extremely big. I don't think people realize how big they're about to get. But if I had to summarize it, I would just have to keep saying the word big, maybe for a couple hours straight. I would just have to say big, big, big over and over and over again. As well, ETH downside liquidity has been swept as of yesterday. There's a lot of liquidity up here at all-time highs. Big short squeeze initiating when we get up there. Big time, absolutely very big. Also, a whale just bought a couple thousand ETH, about 10 million. There's a lot of people doing this. This was yesterday. Now ETH is up 10% today, right? So this guy did this yesterday. Now he's up. I mean, how much? If he bought $10 million worth of ETH yesterday, it's up 10%. That's what is that, roughly about $1 million in profit or something? I mean, yeah, I think it's going to be a lot more than that anyway. But keep in mind too, if you don't understand Bitcoin and you think it's a scam, what is all this then? All they do is print money, get into wars. Actually, this is a really good tweet here. They print money out of nothing. They devalue your savings with inflation, and then they tax you for just using it. If you think it's just Stockholm syndrome to a T, if you think that if Bitcoin is the scam and that keeping your money in like a 4% CD or yielding a couple percent every year or something is going to save you, or if that's the safe bet, you're delusional. Like, literally buy Bitcoin. It's crazy, man. Like, if you haven't gotten it by this point, there's still time for you, fortunately, but time is running out. Like, you don't have forever. For example, if you think your savings account is safe, $10,000 in 2015 now buys you about half of that, about a little less than $6,000 worth of goods. Just by keeping your money in something like the US dollar, you've lost about 40% of your wealth in a decade. You are not safe keeping it that. And then if you're going to lose your mind if you understand, if you would have had that same $1,000 in Bitcoin a decade ago, how much it would be worth now. If you had $10,000 in Bitcoin in 2015, I mean, you would be rich right now. And if you would keep it in your bank, you would literally just have lost half of it versus making millions of dollars. So now, with that being said, the entire altcoin market right here is on the verge of breaking out to new all-time highs. This is the all-time highs of the entire crypto market minus Bitcoin back in November of 2021, the last bull market top. Here we are again, about to explode, about to do something like this. Okay, let's actually take a look at, right, the last time, this was the all-time high before that one. When it got here, was it a double top right here and it just crashed? No, it went up, right? It added about, what it is, 420 billion up to about 1.7 trillion. So over $1 trillion in valuation got added. So you didn't want to sell right when it came up. I personally think, as I've said before, the last altcoin bull market was just very weak, especially compared to the 2017 altcoin market. I think in terms of percentage gains and in terms of growth and adoption, this altcoin bull market is going to be more similar to the 2017 altcoin bull market than to the 2021 altcoin bull market. Meaning, I think there's going to be a lot more money to be made. I think that especially with all the regulatory clarity and instead of anti-crypto regulation, it's pro-crypto. I think that we're just fundamentally going to be in a much stronger bull market. If we look at Bitcoin dominance as well, it is continuing to fall. There's only about 9 days left of this bi-weekly candle, but it's still red. This is the lowest Bitcoin dominance has been, or the biggest single drop in a couple of weeks that Bitcoin dominance has experienced in this entire last 3-year run. You can see it here. This was, once we broke this second line, it was going to be bigger than the biggest one in the past 3 years, which is this one. And we have broken it and we're significantly below it. Bitcoin dominance is at 58 or 59% right now. It's likely to go below, 45 at the least. Let's say another 15, 20% in dominance. But I think Bitcoin itself is still going to be exploding. And mainly the thing leading this is Ethereum. This is what you're going to look at. You still have a chance to make a lot of money with altcoins if you look at what the entire altcoin space has done so far. And the entire altcoin space has barely kicked off. ETH has not yet broken its previous all-time high. That is like bare minimum number one before we start seeing alts do anything. Meaning, like, we're right there. We are within, at this very second, a couple of percent away from giving ETH a new all-time high. When that happens, ETH is going to run most likely, and then that green lights alts shortly after to also start exploding. In fact, at this very second, Bitcoin's up a couple of percent, 3-4%. A lot of alts are up 7 to 15%. Alts are pumping. Bitcoin right now potentially negating a bearish cross with the 21 potentially not going below the 50-day, potentially this green line right here, potentially not going below this blue line, exactly like we saw back here in June, right? We saw, actually we did get a bearish cross slightly, but then it immediately reversed and Bitcoin hit a new all-time high. This is the most fundamentally bullish news we've gotten even since. So technically, we should also, the technicals and fundamentals are lining up. This is just extremely bullish for the space. There's no way around it. The weekly chart as well, look at this gigantic wick. We have so much catching up to do on the M2 money supply. Bitcoin at this moment should be like a minimum $130,000 to $135,000 per coin. I think we have so much catching up to do. But that's my point. It's Bitcoin and altcoins, the entire space. As well, the S&P 500 is basically right now at all-time highs. It has a lot of pumping to do as well. This green light's not just crypto, but risk on assets in general. At this very second, the Dow Jones is up 2%, NASDAQ is up 1.7%, the S&P 500 is up 1.6%. It's just extremely bullish for the entire space. And what else do we see? The US dollar is still collapsing, currently at about 97.7. Exactly as everyone knew, myself and many of you knew was going to happen when Trump took office, just like it did last time. Good for trade, good for the markets, good for pumpiness, good for stocks, good for crypto. Again, Ethereum actually on the weekly chart right now looks like it's about to get a bullish cross with the 21 week going back above the 50-week moving average. Pretty big. ETH signals the entire altcoin market. So watching ETH right now, I personally have ETH. I have a decent chunk, but it's not that big percentage-wise. But I'm very excited because ETH just signals that the rest of the market can and very likely will explode. Just very likely. And this, again, is just one of the most beautiful charts of this, is that, look at it. If you look back in a couple months and like, let's say it looks more something like this, you know how many people are going to be looking back and thinking, you know what, I should have gotten it right before it broke out. Well, right now is right before it breaks out. Right now. The higher the risk, the higher reward. If you're going to wait until it's already confirmed that ETH is exploding at a new all-time high, maybe it's at $5,000 or $6,000 or $7,000 per ETH, and that's when you get your first entry, you know, that's playing it safe, but you're not going to make nearly as many gains as people who decided, hey, I think that this actually is the beginning of a real breakout, even though we're not at all-time highs just yet. This is exactly the setup that happens before we explode 2 new all-time highs, right? So, and with that as well, I mean, look at the candle on Bitcoin at this very second. Just on the daily chart, it's up, 4 or so percent. By the time you're watching this, it might be a little lower, it might be a little higher. It doesn't matter. This thing's going way higher. We are very likely to see a rate cut next month and another one before 2025 ends. The only thing you should be right now is bullish. I've been saying it for months and months. People have been saying like, okay, well, when's it going to happen? The thing with this market is when it does happen, a lot of people are going to miss it. They get caught up in in their emotions and they lose faith, or they just think, okay, it's never going to come, and they exit. I mean, it's really as simple as all you had to do was buy and wait. You don't have to overcomplicate it. And now with the Fed signaling that, hey, we're gonna very likely get these rate cuts. Yeah, I would. The last thing I would want to do right now is not be invested in this market. The last thing I'd want to do right now is not be exposed in this market. And believe me, I'm extremely exposed in this market. I'm extremely invested in this market. I'm extremely bullish on this market. The stocks are exploding. Bitcoin's up. Everything is doing very well. But again, the crazy chart I keep going back to is that this chart, the entire altcoin chart, is about to explode. And if you want Bitcoin, and if you want to buy more of it, because keep in mind, it is over $100,000 for one Bitcoin. If you want to get more Bitcoin, you have to take some risks sometimes. And investing in altcoins, making insane gains in altcoins, and then taking those gains and then putting them into Bitcoin is a very good strategy. It's something I've done for years. It's something, in fact, most people I think that have been in this market for years do. So people always ask, why would I buy altcoins? Well, because you can make insane gains percentage-wise that you simply can't make in Bitcoin in a short amount of time, and then buy more Bitcoin, right? You can trade altcoins, you can long them, you can just hold them, you can just make a ton of money with alts, and then once you have those gains, that's the tricky part, is taking profit and putting that profit into Bitcoin, and voila, you immediately all of a sudden have a bunch of Bitcoin, more than you would have had if you didn't buy it, right? If you didn't. And alt seasons are not guaranteed, but there's a very simple recipe for alt seasons, and it's something I've talked about and most people talk about. Alts, and it begins with this, it begins with Ethereum pumping. It's relatively easy to make money with altcoins. In altcoin season, you basically have to be brain dead to not make money. In fact, you have to have an IQ less than -20 to make money, to not make money with altcoins. It's so easy. All you have to do is basically buy anything during altcoin season, and you're going to make money. But the trick is you need to take those profits and then put them into Bitcoin. And yeah. But get signed up with FEMX or BITUNIX or BYBIT below if you want to buy Bitcoin, altcoins, or trade. Without further ado.